Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we are previewing, well not previewing, we've got the Ireland squad out, well the Ireland and France squad, they'll both be coming out today. I've done all the rest of the squads, if you want to go and check that one out, please do. But yeah, looking at the squad, it's quite experienced, shall we say. There's not much youth in it. There's a few developmental players, but don't know how many minutes they'll get realistically now. I mean, the experience will be good for Ireland. Yeah, they're definitely going to win it, put it that way. But yeah, let's just hop right into it. Starting off at the props, we've got Cian Healy, Andrew Porter, Jack Boyle, Tadhg Furlong, Finlay Bealham, and Thomas Clarkson. So, yeah, a massive mix of experience. I mean, you've got Cian Healy, Andrew Porter, and Tadhg Furlong, all with hundreds of caps between them. Imagine about what? Nearly 300 caps between them, which is mad to think about. Yeah, absolutely mental between three players over nearly 300 caps. Yep, Finlay Bealham there as well, when even a 50, so lots of experience in there. You've got a little bit of youth coming in the background as well, but nothing too experience, nothing too major. Yeah. On to hooker, we've got Rob Herring, Ronan Kelleher, Dan Sheehan, and Gus McCarthy. Again, another big mix of players there. Who's going to take the number one? You've probably got to say Sheehan since he's back fit, but will he be fit enough? Maybe will he take a rest the first couple of games, but can you afford to with them being two pretty difficult games? That'll all be having to wait and see, but again, a good mix there. Fairly experienced. I mean, yeah, pretty solid there. On to the second row, we've got James Ryan, Ian Henderson, Ryan Baird, Tadhg Byrne, Joe McCarthy, Cormac Izuchukwu, and James McNabbie. So again, some experience there through Ryan, Henderson, and Byrne. Baird and McCarthy both have a little bit of experience in that as well. Izuchukwu and McNabbie, not too much between them, but again, it is good to have a few up and comings in there as well. Moving on to the back row, we've got Caelan Doris at captain, Peter O'Mahony, Josh van der Fleer, Jack Conan, and Cian Prendergast. Again, what experience in there. But you've got to say, if you look at someone like Peter O'Mahony, is he slightly too experienced? Is he on the other end of the spectrum? I'm not sure, but that's for a lot of people to decide. So in the forwards again, I mean, it's hard to see that if you picked your most capped player, there's a position there with someone that's not got over 50 caps. Only two from what I can see, and Caelan Doris and whichever hooker you choose. The rest, if you obviously you'd have to pick the most experienced, but everyone's got over 50 caps, which is mental. Taking no prisoners, not really looking to build, which is understandable since it's Easterby's kind of chance, I suppose, to try and prove himself in the big stage as temp coach while Farrell's with the Lions. Moving on to scrum half, and speaking of experience, Connor Murray's in there. That's a big call. Gibson Park, Caelan Blade, and then Ben Murphy as well. Yeah, I didn't expect Connor Murray to be in there. I thought he's had his time, but obviously not. Obviously, they still like him. Look, going on to 10, we've got Jack Crawley and Sam Prendergast. There's where Ireland's issues are going to come, is 10. And I'm not saying Crawley or Prendergast are bad players. I'm simply saying that just, you look at some of the other teams, you look at Ntamak at France, Russell at Scotland, even Smith at England, they've all got, established world-class options. Are Crawley or Prendergast there yet? I'm not saying don't have potential to be, I'm not saying they're crap. I'm just saying, are they quite there yet? And I'm not sure. I'm not saying they can't do it, but I'm just saying that's the one issue, is will the 10s be able to cope with it? Moving on to centres now, we've got Gary Ringrose, Robbie Henshaw, Jamie Osborne. This is all messed up. Give me a second. That's better. My listed. Some reason mixed up all the centres and back three. But we've got Gary Ringrose, Robbie Henshaw, Jamie Osborne, Bundy Aki, Kieran Frawley, Cathal Ford and Hugh Cooney. So a couple of younger developmental players in there. And then you've got the experience. I mean, Ringrose, Henshaw and Aki alone. Again, all over 50 caps. Osborne, I think, has been really good for Leinster. Good to see him in. Frawley as well. Yeah, I think centre's a real rich spot for Ireland at the minute, as are most places. And moving on to the back three, we've got Hugo Keenan, James Lowe, Matt Hansen, Jimmy O'Brien and Calvin Nash. So again, another mix. No Stockdale again. He's been injured far too often, I think. But yeah. What are my thoughts on that squad? I think it's very experienced. There's some players in there who you think, are you really still there enough? You know, if you look at people like Peter O'Mahony and Conor Murray. So I don't know why I forgot Conor Murray there. You've got to think, are they past it almost? I'm not saying they are. I'm just raising a question. It'll be interesting to see. A lot of Ireland fans online seem to agree that it's more for the now than the future, where they should really be trying to look to build for the next World Cup. I mean, you've only got 2 years, which is scary to think about, but, well, 2.5 years, as it's the back end of 2027, isn't it? So you've got 2 Six Nations. Well, 3. You've got 3 Six Nations. Now, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I have Ireland to come second. I think France will just about pip them. Some key games for them. I mean, they've got their first 2 games at home to England and then away to Scotland are 2 huge games where if they can get out of them fairly unscathed, it's going to be interesting. Then they play France in round 4. That will be, I believe, in Ireland. So again, that could be a potential title decider. So yeah, I think that they'll be really looking to beat England, obviously, after last year and the France game, especially. But I think they need to be careful in the Scotland game, as I've said several times. That's Scotland's best chance to beat Ireland. They've not beat them since 2017, so they're well due a win. So we'll have to wait and see. But I do have Ireland to come second. I'm not saying they will. I think it is very close between France, Ireland and Scotland. So yeah. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the squad. And I apologise again, there'll be nothing on the screen because my editing software has decided to die. So I'm in the middle of trying to sort something with that. So hopefully it'll be up soon. But yeah, thank you for watching and I will see you later.